Hey everyone, it's Sarah with RegisteredNurseRN.com, and in this video I want to answer the question, are nurses drug tested? And this is a really great question because there are two important issues facing nurses when it comes to drugs. Number one, as a nurse, you don't want drugs to impair your ability to think quickly and to act efficiently because you have other people's lives in your hands. And number two, you'll be working with drugs that are very powerful and they can be extremely addictive and dangerous. So healthcare facilities want to make sure that you're not tempted to use them yourself. With that being said, are nurses drug tested? And the short answer to this is yes. But let me explain the different ways that you'll probably be drug tested as a nurse. First off, drug testing is going to be something that you go through long before you become a nurse because many nursing programs are going to require you to submit a drug test during that admission process whenever you're getting your physical and providing those vaccines that you've had as a child. Plus, healthcare facilities that you're going to be doing your clinical rotation want to make sure that you're not abusing any prohibited substances. Now, once you graduate nursing school and get your first job, you're most likely going to go through another drug testing process. Now, whenever I got my first job, it was a urine drug test, and this is usually the most standard way that they test for drugs. However, some facilities can test you for drugs through your hair follicle, they can do a blood test, or even through your saliva. Most healthcare facilities have very strict standards on what they allow nurses to use. For example, I know of some hospital systems that actually will not let their staff use any tobacco products, and they will test newly hired people for tobacco. Now, obviously, not all hospitals are going to have the same protocols for what they restrict when it comes to, like, for instance, tobacco. So, let's say you have a medical issue and you're taking certain prescription medications. Well, they're going to take that into consideration whenever you do have to do a drug test. But in general, hospitals are going to have a very high standard when it comes to drug testing nurses. Now, in addition to being drug tested during that initial hiring process, some facilities may do what's called random drug test screening, where they randomly just test staff members for drugs. They may do this as just like a standard protocol, or they may randomly drug test a person if they suspect that that person is using drugs. For instance, let's say that a person is bragging to other people about using drugs, or they're on social media posting pictures of themselves using drugs. This may prompt a random drug test. And finally, if you've ever had some type of work-related injury, you're probably going to get drug tested. And this has actually happened to me about 2 to 3 times. First time was I got a needle stick, and what happened was that the person before me had not disposed of a needle properly, so I got stuck and I had to take a drug test. And then second, I was conducting a cardiac stress test, and the nuke tech accidentally squirted me with a radioactive isotope, so I had to go through all the process of that and get drug tested. And then a third time, this is like a freak accident. I was helping assist a patient back in the room. They had just got done from testing, so we were pushing their bed back in there. And my sleeve got caught on the hand sanitizer dispenser, and somehow the hand sanitizer like jetted and squirted in my eye. And let me tell you, if you've ever got hand sanitizer in your eye, it hurts so bad. And so I had to go and get it washed out, and I'm pretty sure I had to get drug tested for that. So anytime you have some type of injury at work, they're probably going to drug test you. Okay, so I hope that helped answer that common question that we get about drug testing and nurses. And be sure to check out the other videos in this series, and thank you so much for watching.